Hi everybody. I'm here with something actually I'm quite excited about. This is something a little bit different. It's not a diamond painting. It is I got it out of from Herrschners, and this is what they call pixel hobby, I think, pixel art. I'm really excited, so let's get into it. I literally just got this and I opened up the box but didn't do anything with it because I needed to record this. So, pixel hobby, right? It has got a book. It's got a book. But look at that image. Nice Christmas image for us to do, right? Oh my goodness. This book. It's got directions on it. I'm going to open the book real quick just to have a little peek, right? So this is your assembly instructions of how to do it. It's a lot. And this has got your colors. It says, because you've got base plates, pixel squares, and colors. So there's 4 base plates, 89 pieces of pixel squares, number of colors 55 pieces, and it's got a pattern for you to look at. So I would assume this is number 1 base plate, all the different things that you do for number 1. And then you've got number 2 base plate. And then number 3 base plate. And number 4 base plate. Right? So it's got where you're going to place all these. Assembly instructions, it says it comes with a design sheet and squares and base plates. Use the provided part list. It says locate number 1 for the base plate, and then so I guess the base plates are clear, so you'll put them, oh, this is sticking to that, not good. So it looks like you'll put your base plate over this section here, right? This section here, and you'll be able to see through it in order to place these different colors here. So you've got 4 different colors that you're doing on this one, 4 different colors on this one here. Let me turn on my other light. I just realized I don't have a lot of light shining. So that's your base plates, right? To eventually get to this picture here, right? It's going to be cool. And then, so this is like basic instructions here. You've got your base plate here. You put it over your square for whatever it's labeled. Then you put your color number based on where it is on that square. Then you match the colors. Then you place them like that. Then you go to your next base plate, and eventually you put them together to make your full picture. So let's look at this. I'm super excited. So packing material, don't need that. Here's your base plates here. And you have locking mechanisms, right? So let me see if I can open this. Which side's the opening side? Is there an opening side? There is, but oh, there it is. It took me a minute to find it. Okay. So we've got our clear base plates. Can you see that? With your arrow on it, you can kind of see it. and they feel like, it feels like mini Legos. Mini Lego plates. Can you see those little, they're pegs. So all those little dots are like pegs standing up for you to put your blocks on. So we've got 4 of those, and then we've got these black connectors, and they go on the corners here. See that? To connect them. But it also said on the front page to use some tape as well to hold them all together. So let me set those aside and the bag aside. And then these, I'm assuming, is there anything in here? No, this must just be an empty box. This here is where your pixels are, right? Oh, look at that. That's cool. So, oh, if I can get this to bend over backwards. So look at this. Look at these colors. Do you guys see these colors? Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Look at how pretty these colors are. And they look like waffles, right? Doesn't look like they gave me a pen or anything like that. It's showing in the picture to use tweezers, so I will use that because I don't see anything else, unless it's in this other box, but I didn't see anything in this other box. Nope, it's completely empty. So this is what one of the plates pieces look like, right? Oh. So you've got all of these little individual pixels that you pull off of there. See that? And then see the back of them? They snap onto these little things, right? They snap right on it. So that's really cool. So you've got this lighter blue color. You've got this lighter blue color. It's kind of like a grayish blue. This one looks a little darker here. Then you've got a darker blue here. I don't know if I should go through all these because honestly, it looks like you've got the same kind of colors all the way throughout, right? So you can see all of your colors here. And these are rubber, so they're not plastic. You saw as I was holding this up, you saw as I was holding it this way, they move. They're pretty tough in the sense that maybe they're not rubber. They feel rubber. Well, at least the frame feels rubber, but maybe these aren't because these actually have, like, I can't squish them, right? So, that's pretty interesting there. But it doesn't tell you, oh, it does have the number on the back. So this one, you see this here, this is number 111, right? And then let's pull out a different color. So this one here is 171, if you can see that. So I don't know if they, you know, like how this is going to turn out, but I've said in previous videos how I like this khaki color. It's really pretty. This is 236 is the number on this one. But I've said in a previous video, at least once, maybe more than that, how much I like pixel art, right? I like to draw on graph paper, so to speak. So graph paper for me means, you know, just making like mosaics out of the graph itself, right? So let's see here. Let me zoom this out some. Let's see here together how this is going to work. Okay, so I'm going to grab my first page here, and it looks like I might have to use some bags. I might have to cut these off. It depends on how easy they are to take out of this plastic, or, you know, out of the frame. So we've got, I'm trying to zoom this in here, at least put it so that you guys can see it better. Okay, I hope you can see that better. So you take your first faceplate and it tells you to put your arrow up, which is what I'm doing. Have my arrow, can you see that arrow? It's hard to see, but have my arrow up, and I'm putting this here like this, because that's what it tells me to do, to put it on there like so. And then we are to find the symbols and place the appropriate color on those symbols. Now, I'm assuming, because there's different pages for all of them, that what this does is it's slowly going to grow this whole piece. So it's probably, you know, giving you direction so that you don't have to color a grid, right? So there's no grid pattern, so to speak. There's no line. So if we go with this, my first color up here, this dark square up here is 111. And I believe that was the first color that I picked out, right? Yep, 111 there, 111. Okay, so let me get some tweezers here. Don't know if I should use these. Actually, let me use tweezers that are a little bit more sturdy. Not such a fine point, so to speak, right? These are the tweezers that I use for other stuff. So if I take these out, do I have to cut them out, or can I just pull them? Let's see what happens if I just pull it. Oh, they come right off. No nubby left. Let me show you that, if you can see it. Oh, where's my camera? Here it is. No nubby left on the side there at all. And when you see where I had that from, you can see the nubby is left. See it under my finger? The nubby is left on the thing. So, so we're going to do a square first. So I'm going to push this on here. Oh my goodness, that's satisfying. That's super satisfying. So let's go to our next square here. And these will turn, so you are going to have to make sure that you don't, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. You'll have to make sure that you can't, you don't turn them. Let's see if I can adjust some stuff here so that you can see what I'm doing. So there you go. So let's get another square. This, oh, this is satisfying. Super, super satisfying. Oh, look at that. Okay. Let's do another one right here. You don't, I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could just use your fingers, but being able to see it better, using tweezers is better to be able to see it. But it's not, I actually have this quite far out from my typical comfort zone of where like I diamond paint and stuff. Usually I have it closer to me, but I have it further out so that you guys can see this. But I'm not having any problem seeing the symbols, right? From where I'm at, I'm not having any problem whatsoever. So let's put this down so that you can see where I'm placing this one. So this one goes here. If I can get it on there. Just push it down with my finger. Oh, that's really satisfying. Really, really satisfying. So, go over here. Am I in the camera? I have it zoomed in really close so that you can see what I'm doing. So I got to keep moving this so that you'll see where I have, where I'm placing them. And excuse my dog Izzy from barking. There was somebody outside, so. My puppy is a really good puppy, and he lets us know whenever there's somebody outside. But he doesn't continue to bark. Usually he just lets us know and then that's it. And my husband just recently went to work, so he's on high alert to make sure that nobody comes to get me. So let's put this one on there. This is really satisfying. Now you do have to take your time pushing them down, because they will pop off, right? They will kind of move. They are rubbery, so you want to make sure that you have it where you want it, so that it doesn't flop away, because that'll get really frustrating if you're trying to put it on there and it just flops on you, right? Oh, this is super fun. Now see, like I said, I got this from Herrschners. I'm going to cover up my address, but let me show you. So this, let me zoom out a little bit. So this is the company, Herrschners, and this one was called Christmas Crossing Mosaic Kit. It's a Pixel Hobby brand, and it was $49.99. So with shipping and handling, I paid $69.06. And they do have smaller kits than this. I think smaller kits than this. I'm not, well, maybe they're the same size. They have some other kits, and a lot of them, I ordered one more that hasn't come in yet, but a lot of them are back ordered. So what I was going to say was, I have ordered yarn and stuff from Herrschners in the past, so I knew of the company. I like the quality of stuff that they send. So this was something way before diamond painting that I saw offered with their, or through their company. And I always wanted to try it because it just looked neat. But I never really had the space, and I was, at the time I had it, it was just me, and I was working so many hours. I never really took time for myself, and so I never got it. This time, because I started this channel, actually allowed me to want to get it, because it's not diamond painting, but it is very, very similar. And like I said, this hobby in Herrschners, Pixel, what is it called? Pixel Hobby, has been available at Herrschners for years. So I thought that this would be something that would be really cool to show you guys, because it is the same concept of diamond painting. It's just on like a Lego grid, right? And I really wanted to try it and maybe give you guys some options. You know, diamond painting's a really big craft right now, and I don't honestly see it going anywhere. I believe that diamond painting is going to be a become kind of like an institution for crafting, you know, sort of like paint by number, right? Paint by number and cross stitch and that kind of stuff. It's just going to be one of those things that I don't think is going anywhere. It's just going to get better every time or each year. All I'm doing is twisting these a little bit because, like I said, you want to make sure that you're trying to keep them as straight as possible. Since they're on this plastic grid though, they should all just, you know, fit together great and straighten out as you're doing it, as you're getting more and more in there. So, but I don't see diamond painting going anywhere. And I think that this would be a fun craft to do alongside diamond painting. It is, like I said, it's the same concept, just a different style, right? Oh, this I'm having so much fun with this. I really am. I'm definitely going to have to buy more. I don't know if there's any other companies that do this. I did see companies that do a pixel art style, but they are bricks like Legos. But these are rubber and they're on a smaller pattern, right? Or smaller, like, scale. I couldn't think of the word. So I think, you know, Herrschners has a few paintings. I would have to go onto their website and check to see, but they do have different styles, right? So it's not just a holiday thing. They do have, I think they have some flowers. They might have some animals. I'm not quite sure everything that they have. But, like I said, it's been around for a while. I've seen it in their catalogs for years. So I believe that enough people are buying them that it makes it worthwhile, right? It's not just a craft that is, you know, a quick fix for, you know, people, and then they stop doing it. Because, again, like I said, I've seen it around for years. Did I miss some squares? I did, huh? Right here. Right there, and then one more above that one. Above this one here. This is super fun. I am liking this a lot. Let's come down. Let's see, up here. Got a few more on this side. And then we can switch over to our second color. So I think what I'll do for this is do maybe this, not this whole plate, but we will get through some of this together so that you can see how it comes about, to see if you're interested, because I really like this. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I like the fact that it's got the little pegs. I like that these are rubber. I like that it's not too difficult to do. This is really nice. That one took me a little while because the tweezers got in the way on this top one. So you're going to probably have to turn it to make sure that you have room for your tweezers to put these in there. I do think that in the Herrschners catalog they might have certain tools designed for this. When I get done with this color, I will get a catalog out and see if I can show, see if they have any tools that you can buy with this. But honestly, I'm not needing any. You're just using tweezers. You could possibly pull these all off before you start and have them in a tray, like one of your diamond painting trays. But honestly, having them like this, if you can see, I'm just picking them off as I go. That way I'm not losing any. They're very easy to pick off. So I don't have to worry about them going all over the floor, because I can literally just toss this around, see, flop it around, and they're not going anywhere. So this would be good also if you have animals or kids that tend to come over and check out what you're doing and knock things over, right? You know, aside from your own clumsy self, because we're all clumsy. We all have clumsy tendencies, right? But this is looking nice already, huh? And the good thing is that this plate is clear. So even though you can see the grid underneath, when I get done with this one, I will pull it back up so that you can see the plastic that you're putting these on is clear. There's nothing on it. So you're not going to see any type of discoloration from the background, right? So I think I got all the squares. So let me pull this up. Let me zoom out a little bit. Pull this up. And you can see now I've just got pixels on this. You can see the back. They're just stuck on those little pegs. And then we can put it back in like this. You just line it up. And I guess if you were worried, I'm not having any slippage on this. It's not moving around. But I guess if you were worried about it, you could possibly use some of, you know, some of that tack stuff on the backs of these, just to give it a little bit of stick so that it's not moving on you. But I got that, and the rest of them are still in here. I'm not losing any. I don't have any trash, so to speak of. And then I can just put it back in my box where the other 111s are. That way I don't lose them. And then I can go to my next color, which is 112. And I think that these are in number order. They are. So as long as you keep them in your box, 112, as long as you keep them in your box, they're in number order. So this was 111. I just took out 112. That's 113. This one's 120. So it goes like that, right? They're in order. Let me set that aside. So now I'm on 112, which is the round one. I've got 112 here, okay, and we've got round. Now, you know, you got to pay attention, because if this does move, then you will place them in the wrong spots. But as long as you're paying attention, you won't have any problem with losing your pattern. I really like that the pattern's on a paper rather than stuck on the bottom of the plate. That way, like I said, there's nothing that is going to be taking away from your pattern. There's no, codes or shapes or anything like that that's going to peek through. Right? It's pretty cool. I'm really liking this. Like I said, they're easy to pull off of here. I'm not having any trouble whatsoever with that. They do line up very close together, which is good. So, you know, in diamond painting, you have issues sometimes depending on the company and the drills that you have. You might have problems with gapping. But these, because they're on a peg, you don't really have that problem. The biggest problem that you have is making sure that they are turned straight so that they do butt up together. But you can see here, I'll zoom back in. I've got two different colors there. They line up pretty good. You can turn them if they're not lined up perfectly. But you do have a little bit of a gap only because, you know, the grid is set, right? So you will have a little bit of a gap with that. So what am I doing? I'm doing circles, right? It's kind of moved a little bit. Circles. So let's come over here. We're going to do this single circle right here. Put that down. As long as you take your time, not hard to push in, and they lock in place. They are secure. I mean, to pull them off is not that easy. Let's see here. Yeah, you heard that little pop there. It's not that easy. Once they're in there, they're not going anywhere. I'm really liking that a lot. Let's come over here. Do these circles over here. So I've got one right there. Just take your time. Don't push them too hard. Meaning that, you know, once you get them to a certain depth, once you get them on there a certain way, you can push them down. But until you get them to, until you push them down, they're kind of wobbly back and forth. So you get them on there and then you can push them down. Just take your time. Not having any issues with this whatsoever. I really like it. I don't know if there would be a pen or anything that would help do these better. Tweezers are probably your best bet with these. So like I said, I'm not sure. Oh, I meant to grab the book, but I'm not sure if there's anything, any kind of tools. There might be like trays or something special that you can get with these, but maybe not. They do turn, like I've said, so you want to try to keep them as straight as possible. Let me see. Let me grab the catalog real quick that I ordered this from, and let's see if there was anything on there that stated that there was any tools or anything. Let's see. I gotta remember what page I ordered this from. Oh, so here, I could show you this. Let me zoom out. So, zoom out. This was the two-page spread. So you can see, you can get bigger ones. It's like a lion and stuff like that, and peacock, and you know, all different kinds of artwork. And it's called Pixel Hobby Mosaic Wall Art. You got your flowers and, you know, different like landscape scenes and stuff like that, pretty balloons. So they have, the only accessories that they have, let me zoom, is you can buy tweezers with a magnifier, easy grip tweezers, or a soft thimble. So that's what they're saying that would be your best accessories. So just plain tweezers. You got them in different sizes. Here, the different kits in different sizes. They all look like they are. So the one that I got, let's see, what is the finished size of this? This one's a Christmas one, so I think I went on the website and found it. I don't think that it was in here. They do have some diamond painting stuff too, but it's more diamond dot stuff than anything. These were the Mary mosaics that I saw, but these were all on back order. So I didn't get any of those. I got, I think, a Santa one that I saw on the website, but I ordered it, but I haven't seen it. It hasn't come in yet. So I think that was it. But if you go on to Herrschners, Herrschners.com, I believe it is. Yeah, Herrschners.com. This was their holiday 2022 book. And it's called Pixel Hobby. Pixel Hobby Mosaic Wall Art. The biggest one that I've seen size-wise, well, you've got two of them that it looks like. This lion here says it's a 25 by 15, and that's inches. 25 by 15 inches. And that one is $129.99. This peacock one is 12 by 20 inches. That's $109.99. But then they've got some smaller ones. So these this butterfly one here, that is a small one. That is a 5 by 4 inches, and it's $19.99, right? So $19.99 seems to be the smallest and cheapest, right? So all three of these that you see right here, these small ones here, they're all listed as $19.99, and they're basically 4x5s. They have a kit organizer kit there. So I guess you could put all of your plates together and do it all at one time. That's probably the accessory that I was thinking of, right? It looks like it might have a little pen or something there, but I don't know. I don't see anything in here, so I don't know if there's any actual accessories. Anyway, enough of that. We can do a little bit more of this, and then I'll let you guys go. Let's finish this 112 color together. And then what I might do is, because I don't think that I'm gonna put this up right away on the channel. I might, but I'm having a lot of fun working on this, so I might work on this tonight and see how far I get, and maybe get this done and show you what it looks like when it's all said and done. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll hold this video and get it all done and show you at the end. We'll see. I guess you'll find out. I guess you'll find out if I put it in the description that there's a completion of it at the end, right? Because at this point, I just don't know right away whether or not... Okay, there's a circle behind that. So I don't know right away if there's going to be... if the completion is going to be at the end of the video or not. This is super satisfying, though. It really is. Like I said, just take your time. They are rubber, so they are rubber, so they will move on you if you're trying to push them down too fast. And this one here, right? You know what? I'm having fun because I'm looking up into my camera view so that I don't put my head over top of this so you don't see my head. I can look up in my camera view screen to see the symbols. This is very fun though. I am really liking this a lot. It is very similar to diamond painting. The relaxation factor, very, very similar. I could sit here and just watch or listen to something, because I usually have like YouTube or something on when I'm doing this or doing diamond painting and stuff. but I don't really watch it. I just kind of listen. That is super satisfying. I like this a lot. I might have to get more of these and share with them. Share with you these. This is super fun. We got quite a bit of these circles, don't we? I don't really have much to talk about other than this is what this is. I'm recording this on what day is today? The 6th? 6th or 7th? Can't remember. Of November. Let me look at my phone real quick. It's the 7th. I'm recording this on the 7th. And so, you know, not much has happened lately with us. Which one is that? Is it this one? Is that right? Yep. Yeah, so you might want to. I'm not having issues if this just gets skewed. I just put the plate back to where it's supposed to be. But if that's a problem for you, you could probably do, like I said, some some sort of tack, you know, poster tacky stuff. I mean, a lot of you guys use that for your diamond painting as well. So if you've got like blue tack or something like that, you could probably use that for to hold the plates down on the paper for you. But if you just take your time, it's really not that big of a deal. And pulling these off of the plastic that it comes on, like I said, again, it's not that difficult. You can literally just pull them off. I just grab them with the tweezers and pull them off. But you could cut them if you wanted to. I think for me, though, that would be kind of too messy, maybe. Let's see. Where are we at that you're at? You're right there. Okay. But this is nice. It's not any different on your hand than diamond painting if you're a single placer or something like that. It's not more taxing on your fingers. It's not hard. Like Legos, you know, if if you guys have ever put any Lego sets together, sometimes pushing down those Legos really hurts when you're pushing it. If you're, and then trying to get them apart if you mess up is not very good on your hands and your wrists. But this is not, it doesn't bother me at all. Excuse me, my throat is dry. That's why I sound kind of scratchy today. Let's see. I don't have that much more of this color to go. Right here. It is definitely more than the other blue that we just did. Definitely more pieces. Few more, and then I will let you guys go. But once I'm getting the hang of it, you see I'm starting to go a little bit faster. I know what I'm doing. I know how to hold them in my tweezers. not having too much of an issue with pushing them down. You can go back and straighten them out as you're putting the ones around it there. So that's not really a problem either, straightening them out. I think it's more difficult when they're by themselves rather than grouped up, because they have more chance to wiggle. Like you just saw that one there, that wiggled on me. Let's see, a couple more over here, down here. I am enjoying this quite a lot. And I think we've got one more right here. I think that's it for the circles. Let me zoom out so I can look at my camera. I'm not seeing any more circles. I see triangles and I see squares, or X's, but I don't see any more circles, which is nice. That means I got them all, right? Yep, that looks cool. And that's how many I put in on this one. So it was a little bit more than the first color. And then put that back in the box so I don't lose them. And this is what we've got so far. Just dots on a plastic grid, right? I think this is going to turn out really good. I think I'm going to have a blast doing this. Once again, let's go back to the front page here. Once again, this is called, it's Pixel Hobby from Herrschners. It's called Christmas Crossing, and here's the picture of it, which I'm super excited to finish. So I'm assuming the first part might be is up here in this corner here, because think about this as a 4 grid, unless they have it where you're doing it this way, but we'll say it's this way, so you've got 4 panels that you're doing, right? Super fun. Look, I don't know if it'll close up, but it does, the picture does show the pixelated picture, so I'm really hoping that it turns out this good. Alright guys, that's what I've got for you. Again, Herrschners Pixel Hobby, and I'll link it down below. If I can't link the this actual picture, I'll just put the link to Herrschners, hopefully like to maybe their all page. Maybe I can get a link that's just to where the start of the Pixel Hobby craft is. I'll put that link there, and I'm just using standard tweezers, just pulling them right off of there and putting them onto this. And I think what you'll see is, I think I'm going to finish this, put the completion at the end, and show you at the end. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So it might be a little bit before you see that. Well, before you see this whole video. Okay, so I'll see you back at the end of the video for the completion of this, and we will get ready for the holidays with a bang of this new Pixel Hobby that I'm showing. Okay? See you guys later. Have a great day. If you want to like and subscribe. If you don't want to, that's okay too. And I didn't ask how everybody was doing, so I hope everybody is doing wonderful, and I will see you next time, or actually in a couple minutes for you, right? Or a minute. See ya. Bye. Okay, I'm back. So this took me a little while to do. I think I don't remember how many days in all I worked on it. Maybe 3 days I worked on it, but you know, it wasn't every single day. So for me, it's about a week later, I think, maybe a week and a half later. But I am done. So if you remember, this was, well, you should remember. I mean, for you, it's only a little bit. But this is the picture. And here is the finish. Pretty cool, huh? Now, I don't have it together. It's still in separates, right? Because I wanted to show you. So this is what it looks like. So this is the first panel. So there's 4 panels. And you see there, they're little rubber pieces. Let me see. Let me move these out of the way so that you can see here. Well, it's focusing on the back here. I don't know if I can change that. So let's bring this up so you can see the edges there. Right? So this is the top right corner. This is the top left corner. The bottom left corner. This is the top left, top right. This is the bottom left. I'm like losing my mind today. And then this is the bottom right. And I'm showing you the edges because I want you to see how thick it is, right? Because these, you know, you've got your plastic part here, plastic part down there, and then you've got your pieces that, your plastic or rubber pieces that stick on them, right? So putting it all together, this is what it looks like. So yeah, you're thinking, well, how can I keep it together, right? Well, it's got these little hook things, right? They're not hooks, they're just like plastic pieces that hold it together. So if you flip them over, and it's not that sturdy, it tells you to use these, but then it also tells you to use some tape to hold it, because you could put all of these together, but it's not going to stay complete. It's not going to stay tight, right? So it tells you to tape it as well, so to give it a little bit more sturdy. So in the backs of these, it might be hard to see, but right here you've got grooves. You've got 2 on either side and then 1 on either end here. Hold on for 1 second, I gotta let my puppy out. Okay, I'm back. So I noticed it was snowing a little bit out there. So you have these little pieces and you have the 4 little slots. So they just fit, 1 on either side. So I could show you by doing it here. They snap in. So see, they just snap in right there. So if I do 1 there and then 1 there, so those are your little connectors, right? It's easier if you put them both together because then you snap them together. So pop these back out. Put this in here like so. And you can hear them snap in. They snap in pretty well. Then I'm going to do the top 2 together. And the thing that it doesn't hold very well is these, because there's only 1 in the center of these here. So that's why it says to use tape. I'm not going to tape it right now because I'm not sure how I'm going to put this up, if I'm going to put it in a frame or if I'm going to leave it the way it is. But even from the back, if you look at it, even from the back it looks good, right? I think the whole picture turned out really well. So to flip it over, you kind of have to flip it like a pie almost, like so, because it will come apart. And then there you go. I think it turned out really well. I really, really enjoyed doing this. I have quite a few of the colors left over. Let me show you real quick. So this whole thing was full, and the way it worked was it had each color, right? And it was laid out perfectly from left to right. So when you placed your placed your grid, this grid, your panel on your grid, it literally went, you know, from the first one here, the first 4, then you went to here, and then it continued, second 4, and then the next page, third, fourth, like that. So like everyone was in line, was lined up perfectly. So you never, you didn't have to search for the numbers. They were in line. And I have all, you know, all of these left. So I have a good amount left. You know, like this one here, you know, a good amount left. Now, you really don't need to keep them. I actually am thinking about keeping them because I enjoyed this so much that I am gonna buy more of these. So, but I also was looking on, so Pixel Hobby is a company, let me pull it up on my phone. Pixel Hobby. Pixel Hobby is a New Zealand company. And so if you can see on my phone, this is their website. Now, if you say shop now on here, it's got Pixel Hobby kits, right? And they've got 1 base plate kits, 2, you know, 3, and so forth, right? So if you choose something like this, it'll show you little pictures that you can do, right? So dolphin laughing, and so this is, like I said, New Zealand. These aren't cheap, and the reason that these aren't cheap, if I go to About Us, the reason that these aren't cheap is because this is a company, so it started, this just gives the history, right? Where she used a pattern maker from a cross-stitch kit, and she got like different things, right? Got into it. It's hard for me to explain. So they just went into all of this, but I believe, so everything is manufactured in the Netherlands. They say, you know, the best prices is if you shop from them. You've got a 20-day money-back guarantee, free delivery, you know, all of that stuff, right? But there was something that I saw, I think it was on this, where it came from, like, these are all recycled plastic. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is recycled. So this is just kind of how to do it. And how you can design your own and stuff like that. So you can get them all. So the prices for each pixel square. So each pixel square, this is a pixel square, holds 140 of them. They say it's 70 cents, whatever the New Zealand dollars are, 70 cents. And then $4.25 for a base plate. So if you want to do your own design, you can do it. And they give you actually good information of how to take the best picture and, you know, all of that stuff, right? But I did, like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, because I know I'm going to repeat myself because it's been a while since I recorded the first part. But I got this all from Herrschners, which is a company, a craft company. As a matter of fact, I just got a new catalog from them. But this is Herrschners, right? So this company is in WI, so Wisconsin, I would say. I would assume that it's Wisconsin. Let me cover my address here. Let me see if I can get this to zoom in. So it's in Wisconsin. And it's funny that they didn't cut this bottom, but they have diamond dots. They also have a company by Leisure Arts called Diamond Art, which I might try as well. They range in prices between, it looks like the cheapest one is $12.99 and the most expensive one is $59.99, which is this red poppies kit that you see up here. But so they have a few of those, right? Then the Pixel Hobby, they had, I saw it, where's the Pixel Hobby one? They have paint by number and stuff like that. So here they have Pixel Hobby on this side, and then they say, I think these are all Pixel Hobby, but I could be wrong. These say that they're just mosaic, but these are too. So I'm assuming that these are both Pixel Hobby. But so they, you know, you've got kind of a good selection for you to start out with. And the prices on these range from $19.99 to, it looks like $143.98. So depending on what you get, so the bigger ones, the more plates that you have. So like this one right here is called Humility, right? This one is like a 25 by 15 inch, and that's $129.99, right? So that's big. When you look at this one, this was only an 8 by 10, and the 8 by 10s that are in here are roughly 50 bucks. And I think at the beginning of this video, I told you how much I spent on this. But you know, some of them are more expensive than others. But I really, really enjoyed this, and I think that it turned out really well. I think that, you know, if you look at the original picture, which this picture is a picture of a pixelated one, but the rendering of the picture and the finished rendering, I think, turned out really well. I'll zoom in a little bit so that you can see closer. But, you know, everybody's used to, you know, you guys are diamond painting. We're all diamond painting, so you get used to seeing the pixelated stuff. But I really think that it turned out well. I mean, you can definitely see what everything is. Now, in person, this truck is a little bit more pixelated, but as you're seeing in the camera, the more you're away from it, the better it looks, right? So doing this it was fun. It is a little bit harder on your hands because you're not holding a pencil. You're holding tweezers to put these on. And using tweezers to put these on you're using both hands pretty much. They even recommend a thimble. I have like this little plastic thimble. Didn't work for me. So I wound up grabbing some of my my curved tweezers and was able to pick them up and put them in. The finer the point I found was better. I had some that I was using starting out with that were a little bit thicker. So the finer point is better, but when you're starting to get up real close, I had to use my other hand to kind of hold them there, or they would pop out, and then push them down, right? So it is a little bit harder on your hands to do because you're using tweezers and you're using force. So be wary of that if you've got arthritis and stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it might take you longer to do because you're only going to be able to do a small amount before your hand gets tired and you're going to have to take a break. But, you know, I think it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I am definitely going to get more. They are going to hold up pretty well. I mean, they're on there pretty good. I think I didn't have any that fell off. You have to pull them to come off. So I wouldn't even say that you have to seal any of this. It's not going anywhere. It's like putting a little Lego on there. You're putting a rubber thing on a post, basically. So, you know, you do have to be aware that making sure that everything's straight. As you can see, there is a little bit of gapping, so, or you might not be able to see. Let me see if I can zoom this in. If you see right in here, there is a little bit of gapping, but it's so minimal, it doesn't stand out to me, you know? You can see over here, they're all, you know, there is a tiny bit of gapping. So I would say that the rubber is probably as consistent as they can get it when they're printing them on these sheets like this. So if you see them, they're probably the numbers are on the back there, but they're probably as consistent as they can be, you know. I think that you don't really notice it until it's a lighter spot. Kind of probably the same as when you're diamond painting. You probably don't notice it unless it's a lighter spot. Maybe because that one's so much lighter than the one next to it. That's why I see it so much. Because this right here, where's my finger? So this right here is not that noticeable. I see it here only because of the angle that I'm looking at it in, but it's not bad, you know? I think that I'm really, really happy. I'm really satisfied with it. It was very fun to do. It was really neat watching it come together because as you can see, you're not doing it in rows like everybody in diamond painting is used to doing it, you know, in rows or like a section like this. Whereas this, you're doing, so the 1/4 base plate and you're putting them all over the place. So when you're looking at it, it almost looks like, especially when I was doing some of the lights here and in the trees, I was like, why is that color so bright compared to the others? And you don't realize how it all comes together until after you're done. So it's really cool. I liked it a lot. This video is really long, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. But I would definitely, well, I know for me, I'm definitely going to buy some more of these. They are a higher end product, so you know you're gonna have to budget for one of these, especially if you want one of the bigger ones. But would I recommend it? Yes, 100%. And like I said, I'm definitely gonna get more. It's very fun, and I think it turned out great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was It was a joy to bring you something new. I haven't seen any of these featured on YouTube. Then again, I haven't really looked, to tell you the truth, but usually all the crafting stuff pops up in my recommended. So I haven't seen anything like this. So I was really excited to share it with you. I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, from Herrschners, I will probably, the link that I'll put down below is probably the link to maybe the main page of the Pixel Hobby on Herrschners' website, because I think this might have been out of stock or something after I bought it. I ordered two, and this is the only one that I got, so I'm gonna have to look into whether or not the other one's still available and make sure, if it's not, that they didn't charge me. I don't think they did, but I'm gonna double check. So yeah, I'll link Herrschners down there. I'll also put a link to the Pixel Hobby company, which I said is in New Zealand. And I think it's New Zealand, because New Zealand, because the thing was NZ. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you want to see anything like this again. Like when I get more, if you want to see it again. Let me know if you're interested, if it's something that you like. And I just noticed that my face, I keep putting a shadow there. Yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And let me know what you think. Okay? Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.